In TAXINAUT, drink and drugs normally have positive effects. You can buy drink from bars, and drugs you can buy from drug dealers. Drug dealers kind of randomly spawn on planets. Depending on the planet, they might spawn a lot or maybe not at all. And they look like this here. Just fly into them like with a regular pickup for a fare, and you can see what they have for sale. You can hover over each item to see what it does. And then you can buy just as many as you have voodoo for, and you can consume them later when it suits you. Unlike food at diners is immediately consumed, and you can only consume one at a time. You can just buy these like items like this. So I have now 3 DPE and 3 blow. And the same with drink. You can just hover over it to see what it does, and buy some. Right. So whenever it suits you or when you need it, sorry, you can just click on it and you will consume one. We'll start with this DPE, for example. It says there for 15 seconds, slow down time to a quarter speed and increase ship weapon range 1 level. That second thing is a gong buff or a skill buff. You see your current skills by clicking on your portrait here. I have ship weapon arc level 1, information level 3 and warp range level 2. If I now take DPE, I will get, you can see it here as well, ship weapon range buff, a buff of 1 level to ship weapon range. You can now see that here, ship weapon range level 1. It also speeds up time, or sorry, it slows down time by a quarter the speed for 15 seconds. Both the buff and the time slowdown effect are 15 seconds. So here, if I'm now flying around, this is at top speed. You can see time has slowed down also by the slight reddish tint of the screen. The nice thing is with drink and drugs is that they stack. So I can now, for example, take another DPE and increase my ship weapon range by another level. The exception to this is the time speed up or slow down effects. They don't stack. They simply replace any previous time speed up or slow down effect. So if, for example, I now take another DPE, I now have 2 levels in ship weapon range. Also notice that they're near the bottom, so above you have 1 and 0 stored. Slightly above that it says your intoxication level 2 out of 3. So there's a limit to how many drink and drugs you can stack, and you start off in TAXINAUT with a limit of 3. That's your intoxication limit. You can improve that by improving a particular gong that improves the intoxication limit. At the moment we have 2 out of a maximum of 3, so we can take 1 more without problems. So let's say we take this, which is for 60 minutes you will not get annoyed. So that's when you crash into traffic and they insult you, you won't get annoyed. Topics on other drunks cost less. Speeds up time times 2, so that will simply replace the slowdown time effect that's currently active. And then ship weapon arc plus 1 level. So we currently have ship weapon arc level 1. So if we'll take this, what was it? Black Serpent Spice Oil. We now have the time speed up effect and all that. And we have ship weapon arc, a temporary buff for 60 minutes of 1 level. You can see there buff level 1 and total level is 2. You can see it here as well. Your ship weapon arc level is now 2 for 60 minutes. And the slowdown time effect from the DPE has now been replaced by a speed up time. You only see that when there's no other let me try. Oh, here it goes. When there's no other traffic near, it only works. So we now have, where is it? Here, for example, you see there above you have 1 and 0 stored near the bottom. Above it, it says your intoxication level is now 3 out of 3. So if we take anything more now, say I take this Vex, I didn't get any effects from that, any extra. Plus I gained this, nausea. That means that I have a high chance of puking now. especially when I do certain maneuvers like taking off from a planet or exiting warp. I could puke. When you puke, you lose all the positive effects. Well, let's just do it. It also happens if you eat something now or you take more drink or drugs. You will puke. Although I just lost an effect, I think. Let's see. Oh, I lost 2 of them. Your intoxication level is 1 out of 3. So if I take some extra things anyway. Oh, I was still nauseous. So yeah, you puke. And I've lost all the other effects now. Right? And I'm nauseous still. Which will go away after a while, or when you sleep at a motel or a home. And I'm disgusting, because I probably puked all over my cab. That will affect whether passengers want to get into your cab. You can clean that up also by resting at a motel or at your home. So we can't eat now, and if you take more drugs or drink, for example, if you take this, you simply puke. So you have to sit that out, or at clinics you can buy something very handy called Illusin. Also some drug dealers carry something that has the same effect but is cheaper but is illegal. But at clinics you can buy Illusin, and that will clear all intoxication effects when you take it. So here, let's buy one. You can buy as many of them as you want, same as other items or drink and drugs. And then click it to consume it, and it will remove the nausea and any other effects like gong buffs, drunk, doped, that's time speed up or slow down effects, etc. It will remove everything. So that can be very handy as well when you're drunk, you're flying somewhere where that's illegal, which is in most of the galaxy. You can just take Illusin and be immediately sober. Yeah, one thing to note about that is that flying around drunk is mostly illegal, but carrying drink is not illegal. Where the reverse of that, drugs, well, it's illegal to fly around on drugs, but they won't detect it. So there's no problem there, but you can't carry it. Carrying it is illegal, and they will detect that. What else? Well, one other thing with drugs is that you can get addicted to them when you take them a lot. And you'll have to, that will give you certain setbacks, debuffs, so to speak. It will mostly make all kinds of things more expensive, so everything will cost more voodoo when you're addicted, unless you have just taken the drug you're addicted to. That will temporarily relieve you from that effect. You can cure addiction at some clinics,